En route from San Blas, we stopped in historic Portobello for a rally briefing on our transit of the Panama Canal. We had lunch in an exotic seafront location and met crews from boats that had joined the rally in the Caribbean. Peter and John from Fightera helped check my rigging since I was still not quite fit from my accident. Each boat transiting the canal requires 4 line handlers plus a skipper. This meant that we shuffled between various boats to support those that didn't have enough crew. I went through the canal first with Mercury rising. We rafted up 3 abreast before entering the first lock. A transit advisor joins each boat for the trip through the canal. As you enter the locks, shore-based line handlers will throw you monkey fists to collect your lines. Sometimes they make mistakes. From the Atlantic side, you are lifted 85 feet in 3 locks to the level of the Gatun Lake. Once the doors are closed, 1 million cubic feet of water start bubbling into the lock. Big ships have locomotives that help guide them through the canal. Yachts have shore-based line handlers who will cleat off while the lock is filling and then walk along with you as the gates open to the next lock. The chambers are 1,000 foot long and 110 foot wide and built for big ships. You feel pretty insignificant as a small yacht in such a big structure. After the 3 locks, you enter the fresh water of the Gatun Lake and your boat suddenly starts to sit lower in the water. We spent the night tied up to a buoy just inside the Gatun Lake. After the thrill and adrenaline rush of the trips through the canal, a few drinks were taken that night. At about 5:30 AM a new transit advisor joined us and off we went across the Gatun Lake. A few were suffering from hangovers. We motored 31 miles across the Gatun Lake, passing ships as if they were cars passing us on the road. We even saw a few crocs lazing on the shoreline, which made us pleased that we had heeded the warnings about not going swimming the night before. After Gatun Lake, you drop through 2 locks, 31 feet at Pedro Miguel, and then into Miraflores Lock, where you drop a further 54 foot to the level of the Pacific. And then all of a sudden you're there. You break up the raft, you drop off your advisor, and then you see the Bridge of the Americas, the gateway to the Pacific. Then it was our turn. We had Nina, Flo, Jimbo and Tim as our line handlers. We were saluted by our friends from Chisel as we went past. We anchored in the flats and waited for our advisor to arrive. We transited later and arrived at Gatun Lock at night. The Panama Canal has quite a history. Construction was first attempted by the French and started in 1880, but abandoned in 1889 after financial problems and over 20,000 deaths. In 1903, after Panama declared independence from Colombia, They made a treaty with the US to build the current canal system. It finally opened for business in 1914 and has had almost 1 million transits since. Despite our initial trepidations, everything went smoothly on our transit. Our advisors were great and very proud of their heritage as a gateway between the great oceans of the world. Our transit advisor got the webcam aligned on us, so we all waved madly to the folks back home. And then, after years of dreaming, planning and sailing, we were in the Pacific Ocean.